Okay, beautiful day today, early October. I think today's the 15th, and we are headed to our first official no heat call. And we have been to this house before, as we installed a new gas package unit on the bottom floor, and he's having trouble out of his top floor now. So let's go in here and take a look at it and see what we can do to get him some heat. Okay. Looks like we got enough room to get in here and work on it. Looks like a good one. So let's see if we can find out what's going on here. Might have a helicopter.
Pivot.
Been heating up. All right, let's open it up. All right, so in the spirit of eliminating the simple stuff first, jumped out the thermostat bars here, and it looks like we're at least getting induced draft. We may have a simple thermostat problem. Okay, the phone rang, so we had to answer that. So let's put the red and white under the jumper there. And let's see if she fires up. Here comes our hot surface. And there goes the burner. So we're probably just going to service this thing, clean his flame sensor for him. How hot is that thing getting? I wonder if I pull it off and look at the fins on the squirrel cage fan inside that thing. Don't see that many of them that melt all their paint off like that. But didn't see the flame go wild or nothing when the fan came on. So let's go see if we've got a thermostat problem or what. That's what it's looking like at this point. Okay, looks like the Home Depot and Lowe's style Honeywell is the issue, because stuck the trusted jumper wire on it, and I hear the induced draft. So put him up a nice one here, and should be the end of his problem for today. All right, I'll tell you what, some customers just are weird. This guy's got plenty of money. No reason for him to balk at that. But he's gonna go back to Home Depot and buy him another cheap thermostat instead of buying mine. It's up to him. Okay, so here's our package unit we installed a few years back. I told him while we was here I'd look at it. I was concerned with all this junk in the bottom of it. So we're going to pull the fan loose and get that all out of there for him. There's our flashing that we made on the job here, just out of the back of the truck. And there's just so many different variations of them. That's the reason we do them that way. Looks like it stays sealed up pretty good. So I'm happy with it. So let's open it up and see what we get. And then of course he tells me, oh, you don't have to do that, I'll do it. I'll take my shot back now that you told me what to do. So I'm just gonna, so I told him go ahead and get it. So I'll just go ahead and take this off, put it back on for him. While I'm noticing that somebody came here and put a mini split, and they are blowing the hot air out of it directly on the side of our coil. I'll tell you what, doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that that is not ideal. I could have turned it and faced this way or turned it and faced to the front. Looks to me like the reason they did what they did was to do it as easy as they could. Let's get this fan off and let him get his leaves out. There it comes. So while we're at it, or while we're waiting, let's look and see. Let's see 1000. This will tell us probably the age of that furnace in the attic. I did not look at it. It's original. He said the house was built in 94. So this is dated 93. Sounds about right. So basically 25-year-old train sitting there pumping right along. And I hate to see it, but the builder stuck a 25-year-old Goodman furnace on it. That was a common trick back then. They'd put a train outside unit so they could tell you, oh yeah, train air conditioning. But the inside furnace and coil would be something cheap. Seen it a billion times. A lot of times there'll be a Quattro furnace. We did that house across the street there, and it had pure train systems in it, top and bottom. And the lady in that house right down there has called us and gotten a price and says she's wanting to do it before winter, but we hadn't heard back from her. So anyway, we're gonna let Mr. DIY finish his vacuum job there, and I'm gonna mount the fan back and get out of here. All right, that looks a lot better. You're happy with it? I'll go ahead and put the fan back on.
Yeah, I was thinking it might just come up like that, but I'm glad you showed me.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt much. Back together. The part that matters is still pretty clean, so I think we're okay here. All right. Well, he's a nice enough guy. He did buy a unit from us, and I feel like he'll buy the other one day if he ends up needing it. But funny how he didn't want to buy a thermostat, didn't want to put that much money into one. And I mean, basically my service call is 90 bucks to diagnose and make the trip out to the house. And then the Honeywell 6000, which You know, it's getting tougher and tougher for me to buy those, the 5000s and the 6000s. But those are the only two Honeywells I use. So I wanted 80 bucks for the 6000, and he said, oh man, I don't have to have one that fancy. So I knew right then that I need to go ahead and let him go the Home Depot route again, or whatever he did. I don't know. I guess he put those up. So nonetheless. So, phone rang there. But nonetheless, the guy, you know, if he's willing to buy his units from me and not buy his thermostats from me, well, hey, that suits me just fine. I'm going to go ahead and put another phone call in now while I'm thinking about it and get another couple of cases of those 6000s. I've got plenty of 5000s. But those are the only two Honeywells I like. I like those two, and then I go straight to the train controls from there with the Nexia and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and keep stocking them until I just can't get them anymore, but they're threatening to stop making them. And everybody's going to those T6 or T6 Pros, whatever they are. I do not like them. They're just little rickety things. I don't care for them. I've got a few. We stock them, but I just don't use them. The supplier brings them in there and sticks them on my shelf, so I say we stock them. They stock them for us, but I don't like them. But I'll eventually give in and start using them one day, I guess. But as long as I can order the 5000s and 6000s, I'm going to keep ordering them. So we have to buy them by the case to get them. So we've actually got another heat call today, another no heat call. So we're on the way to it. Let's see what we get. Thanks for watching.